Hello guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating an apartment. This one is in Evergreen Harbor. It's in, what is this area called? I think it's Conifer Station. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Conifer Station. So the area in Evergreen Harbor that's on the right, this area is by default, I think it's neutral. I'm pretty sure, but I have it upgraded, so I have modern development currently activated and also green initiatives. Yeah, so that's why the apartment looks like this. That's a little bit important to, point out when you're doing these apartments and you're sharing them with people, because the windows change with modern development, I think, and that means like curtains and stuff will look a little bit weird, like the placement of them will look a little bit weird if you don't have modern developments activated. And also, what else is it? I think just like the placement of the windows as well. Some of them will go from being like really big to small windows and stuff, so it's a little bit important to point out. But anyways, those are the two action plans. Neighborhood action plans, yeah, NAPs that I have activated, so now you know. And we are decorating this apartment for a pair of teen parents, or just parents, younger parents possibly, and their twins that are currently tiny humans. So I'm guessing they've just become tiny humans. They're not like at the end stages of the tiny human phase. That sounded so weird. Anyways, you guys get my point. If you're curious about tiny humans, what they are, and you're new to the channel, they're toddlers. I just call them tiny humans because I like that term. I've used it a lot since I watched True Blood years back, and there's one scene where Pam and Eric are talking to, I think it's Arlene's kids, and they're not really talking to them, they're more talking about them. They're not actually toddlers, they're children, but they're calling them teacup humans. So since then, I've been wanting to call like small children tiny humans, because that's what they are. They're humans and they're tiny. So yeah, and since I got a lot of, kind of cruel comments about my pronunciation of toddler, I've just gone completely over to using that term. So I'm okay with that. I've gotten a few comments about that too, but I'm okay with it. I'm sticking to it. Now you know what a tiny human is. But also, I wanted to quickly touch on the whole teen parent thing, because whenever I do these, it's been a while since the last one I did, but I think I also mentioned it in that video actually. Anyways, but it's been a while, so just to touch on it again, whenever I do teen parent homes, there is always a couple of people at least that are a bit like, stop glorifying teen parents, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So I know that if you're a teen parent, you're most likely not able to afford an apartment like this unless you're supported by your parents or something, just because a lot of the apartments in the game are a little bit on the bigger side, and if you're a teen parent that doesn't necessarily have maybe you have some sort of education but you've not what's it called, risen in the ranks, how do you say that? Been promoted a lot to have a nice hourly pay, so you're not necessarily super prepared to pay for the rent of these apartments. But a lot of them are on the bigger side. I think there's one very small one, that's Salim's apartment, but the rest are kind of on the bigger side. So I did choose one of the ones that were in Evergreen Harbor just because I figured since they're not in San Myshuno, so they're not in the center of the city, they would be a little bit cheaper when it comes to rent. It's usually like that. If you're renting a house or an apartment that's a little bit outside the city, it's usually cheaper compared to the ones inside the city or in the center of the city. I know this because I rent myself, so that sounded like I'm renting myself. That's not what I mean. The apartment I live in, I rent it, so that's what I meant. Phrasing things is apparently not the easiest today. But anyways, back to the subject. And I say this because I know that both myself, and also a lot of my fellow Sims YouTubers who do these kinds of builds with this theme, we often get hate for it, not just here on YouTube, but also elsewhere. And again, it's not to glorify it. I realize that me saying this is still not going to convince any of you that it's not to glorify it, but I'm still gonna say it. It's not to glorify the whole teen parent concept, or how do you say that? Again, English is not my first language. I'm gonna use the wrong terms now and then. That just happens. But anyways, I did talk to a couple of my friends, real life friends, talked about like if they felt okay with someone doing a video like this based on teen parents, and they were okay with it. I know that doesn't count for everyone, but if my friends tell me that they're okay with it, I'm gonna listen to them. Plus, I've also gotten comments from some of you guys actually saying that it's nice to see your reality represented in The Sims, because there's a lot of different family dynamics out there, a lot of different, just like how the family is put together, whether it's, say that there's a pair of parents that have been divorced and then one parent is stuck, not stuck because that sounds negative, but like they have the children from that relationship and they move in with another parent who also has the children from their previous relationship. So you have two divorced parents that end up together and they both have the kids on both sides. Like, just like compositions of different kinds of families. How do you say that? I'm sure there's a term for it. I just don't know the right term. But I just think it's important that we have representation of different kinds of family dynamics, because like I don't come from what you guys keep calling it nuclear family. I don't come from a family like that, so I like seeing representation in different kinds of families, basically. But that said, I do know that this apartment is a little bit on the nicer side, or a lot on the nicer side, for like if this pair of parents weren't supported by their own parents. So, but I think they are, because it's a little bit on the bigger side. But like I said, I think I said at least, I chose one of the ones in Evergreen Harbor just because it's outside of the city. So I'm imagining the rent is a little bit on the cheaper side. So anyways, but it's still a nice apartment. I don't know, it's just a habit. I like to, unless I'm making like a specifically rundown kind of home or like a trailer container kind of build, but with the Strangerville wallpaper instead of the new one. It's like, unless I'm doing those kinds of builds, I always try to make my homes look pretty and very decorated, and because it's just what I like. I don't know. Is that bad? Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, it was just to touch on it because I don't want myself to get hate. I don't want my fellow Sims YouTubers to get hate, my friends. I don't want them to get hate for doing, houses and apartments for different kinds of families. I think representation is a good thing. So that said, you can't actually play as a teen parent in The Sims unless you have, I think it's MCC can do that for you. I'm not really sure. There is a mod or a couple of mods out there that'll let you do that. I don't know if I have it. If it's MCCC? Yeah, that's a lot of C's. Anyways, if it's that mod, then I have it. If it's not, I don't have Wicked Whims because that's just not for me. Just gonna flat out say that. Like, that's not for me. Not judging you if it's for you. Like, play your game as you want. But it's not for me personally. So enough on that subject. Speaking of though, if you have any like not normal, let's not put it like that, but irregular, wow, English today is just not going well. What's going on? It's like my brain just shut off. I don't know. If you have any like not normal family compositions, or I don't know how to say that, but hopefully you get what I mean, that you want me to make a house for, let me know, because I would love to do that. So households that aren't the nuclear family, as you guys keep putting it. I've never heard that term before, but again, English is not my language, so that doesn't really surprise me. But I would love to make some houses or some apartments for those kinds of households, because everyone deserves representation. Let's say it again, everyone deserves representation. And I also want to mention that if you're wondering about the Shell Challenge tour video, it is coming up this week. I think either Friday or Sunday. I haven't recorded it yet, but I'm planning on recording at least one real-time video tomorrow with Facecam, and then I'm going to take Thursday to record a couple more. There's a lot going on like behind the scenes right now. I'm working on some other channels, and I needed to also just take Sunday off because I've been really tired lately. Is someone drilling in my apartment? Please stop it. Anyways, I've been really tired lately, so I just needed a day off. Usually I don't actually take full days off. which is, yeah, let's not go into that. So I just needed one day off from anything related to YouTube. So I decided to just do that Sunday. And then yesterday, Monday, I went to a museum with my dad, and then I recorded in the evening. So I have both this ready for you, and I've also been working on a tiny house that is career-based, because I said that I was going to do more of those, and then I postponed it for reasons that I don't want to get into. But no tea, no shade. But I postponed it a little bit. However, I was really in the mood to do something for You'll See Tomorrow. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one, I think. I don't know how it's going to turn out completely, but I like the theme, so I hope you guys like it too, but we'll see. And then I'm also thinking about doing a couple of cast videos, just because it's been a while, so Create a Sim videos. It's been a long time. I used to do a lot of them, actually, back in like 2017 and 18, but then I just kind of quit it a little bit. I have this rainbow thing going, or is it really going? I don't really know. I think the last rainbow video that I did was in November, so I think it was Rainbow Students or something. But I've done a lot of different ones, and they're always fun to do, so we might do one of those. I'm not really sure. I'm not set on it, but if that's something you want to see, let me know. I realized that I've not really talked about like specifics in this build so far. Also, just ignore the shower stall in here. I do change it because I realized that toddlers can't use shower stalls, so don't worry about that. I fix it. There'll be a shower slash bathtub combo for the little tiny humans. So, but yeah, other than that, I don't really know. Let me know what you think about the cast videos though, because I'm kind of in the mood to play dress up. I don't really know why, it just kind of hit me today, so I need to get that out of my system. So yeah, anyways, I think that is about it for today. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free, and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better.